Hey, first handstand of the day. What's up, everybody? So I'm out here gonna do some handstand training, but I decided it would be really cool to make a beginner handstand routine, kind of follow along. A follow along slash, well, routine that you can do on your own as well. It's gonna be 4 sections. It's gonna include the warm-up, some core strength exercises, some shoulder mobility work, and some hand balance work against the wall. Overall, total time, maybe about 45 seconds. 45 seconds, that's it. That's all you need. About 45 minutes. So check it out. Follow along. If you're just getting to your handstand journey, this is gonna be an awesome routine for you to help you build the strength and, well, all of the other components necessary to hold a handstand. All right, let's get started. Okay, I like to start off by warming up my body. So first we're gonna start off with our hips. We're gonna do these hip pulse stretches, kind of pulsing like this, which is more of an active stretch. So I'm not trying to just hold a stretch for a while. I usually do that after training or just another part of the day. You don't want to hold passive stretches for too long before you train, because then your muscles might get too relaxed, really. So we're just kind of actively pulsing, and really feel it right here in your hips. Get a good stretch. From there, we'll just go straight to this wide squat. It's kind of sumo squat position, and kind of like we're doing archer squats almost, but kind of just moving side to side. Felt a little pop right there in my hip. Just do it the best you can, as low as you can, and eventually you'll get more mobile, be able to get deeper, and really open up your hips. From here, I like to go down to this deep squat. Go as deep as you can. If you're right here right now, then that's fine. We're gonna reach for the sky. You come down here, perfect. So you can hold on your foot like this if you need to. Just get a really good stretch where you can put your hand like right here. Oh yeah, I felt a few things pop. It felt good though. Okay. Just twist it off. Get a good side stretch. Really open up your sides. Sometimes if I grab my wrist right here, I can pull. Get a really good stretch. All right, so next, let's warm up our shoulders. So with this, I like to use either a resistance band or a stick. And you've seen this stretch before. It's going up and over. So find that distance to where you can just barely make it over. You don't want it to be too easy. Maybe the first few times. Then get your hands closer and really work on that. I'm gonna get right here, kind of pull it down. Up here, extend, reach up for the sky. Really push your shoulders up and out. Because that's the position we're gonna be holding in the handstand. In a perfect handstand, you don't want to be rested on your shoulders. We're going to be pushing our body out. So instead of right here, I'm going to be like that. It's kind of tricky to balance on this uneven, grassy surface. I recommend doing this on cement or a hard flat floor, by the way. So the good thing about the band though is that if you grab it closer and you use a little bit of strength to extend it, to stretch it, and then you pull it over, well then when you relax right here, it'll pull your arms together. See that? So it's assisting me, it's actively pulling my arms and helping me stretch. That's what I love about the band. So work on that every day. Quick little warm up here. Okay, that's good for that. The last warm up mobility, little stretching move we're gonna do is gonna be on the wall. So let's go over here. So on the wall, we're going to do bridge rotations. That's where we're going to the back bridge, or we're rotating to the other side. But during that rotation, you really want to stretch and reach and stretch your side and your back, keeping your arms straight so you're stretching your shoulders as well. As soon as I start reaching with this arm, I'm already feeling the side stretch really, really deep. And then when I start turning, I'm pushing up, stretch my shoulders. Feels so good. And then you can work on getting lower and lower. Can I play with it? And that's just a total upper body stretch. By far my favorite. I recommend working on that until you can get all the way to the floor. Alright, moving on to the next part, the floor. This is going to be for our wrists and shoulders mostly. Just kind of warm up and put a little pressure on them before we go straight into a handstand. So as for the wrist stretches, we want to stretch in every direction. So you want to gently put weight on your wrists, either by leaning forward this way, just until you feel a slight discomfort, and then kind of pulse. Shouldn't hurt. This way, side to side. This way you can lean back. From there, we're going to come into a plank position, the straight arm plank. And with your shoulders relaxed, we want to shrug them out just like this. So get used to that isolated movement. Do about 10 of those. From there, in the same plank position, we're going to lean forward and pulse just like that. By the way, while holding your shoulders pushed out, don't just be relaxed like this and lean, but push them out and hold. And I'm already starting to feel a little burn right here. From there, the last wrist warm up we want to do is hold a frog stand for a little while. And if you can't hold a frog stand yet, at least for about 15 seconds, then I recommend really training hard to do that, because it's going to help you a lot while you're working on your handstand. In the beginning, one of my goals was to hold a frog stand for 30 seconds. And that really helped build my wrist strength. It helped me learn to balance slightly. and well, it's a great precursor to handstand. It supplements it very well. So I'm just gonna hold a frog stand. Not for that long though, for about like 10 seconds. It's okay if your knees are out, by the way, or if they're directly on your elbow. It doesn't matter. I switch it up sometimes. Have fun with it, play with it. As you can see, I like to rock a little bit. Okay, now let's move on to part 3. Now for the fun stuff, the wall. First thing we're gonna do on the wall, I don't have the best wall here, but it's the best lighting that I have to work with out here. First thing, we're simply going to hold the handstand against the wall. We're gonna aim for 15 seconds, rest for about a minute, and we're gonna do that 3 times. Don't be like this on the wall. That's just gonna enforce that nasty, crooked banana handstand. But rather, engage that posterior pelvic tilt, like tuck your butt in. Make sure your shoulders are pushed out, and bring one leg down like this. And leave one leg off the wall, straight. And breathe. Okay. Shake it off, do a quick rest. This is going to help you build up that endurance of holding pressure on your wrists and holding your shoulders pushed out, shrugged out, because it takes a lot of work and a lot of strength. So the more time we spend that way, stronger, more control we're going to have, stronger we're going to be, and the more control we're going to have. Don't worry about looking like straight under like this either right away. That's going to come with time. That's going to make learning a handstand a lot harder at first. So just kind of gaze slightly forward, slightly ahead. And don't rest your shoulders, push them out. Hold, hold, hold. Hold them out, you're going to feel your shoulders burn. Fight through the burn, strengthen. Strengthen your shoulders, fight through the burn, get it, okay? Build them nice, big, strong shoulders. That's what you want for your handstand, a nice, solid base. And girls are out there like, I don't want big shoulders, don't worry. I don't think you're gonna have that problem. But your shoulders will get a lot stronger. All right. This is pretty rough. This is awesome. Okay, last one, let's do it. Again, make sure your core is engaged. Don't just be relaxed like this. Push out. Gauge that posterior pelvic tilt. Hold, hold, fight the burn. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, push, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The second exercise we're doing against the wall is shoulder. The second exercise. All right, make sure you rest for about 2 minutes because I'm feeling the burn. The second exercise we're going to do are shoulder shrugs on the wall. So like we were doing in the plank position, we're pushing out. We're going to be doing that, but against the wall and pushing, elevating our shoulders. Elevation is pushing up. Depression is pulling your shoulders down. So let's see if you can see that isolation from this position right here. So here, I'm just relaxed, I'm sunk in. And then elevate, relax, elevate, relax, elevation. So don't just go boom, 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 boom. All right, we want to do 10 of those nice and controlled. Relax, Push and hold for a second. Relax. Push and hold. We're not trying to do handstand push-ups either. We're keeping our elbows locked out straight. We're just isolating our shoulders. Alright, let's try that from a different angle. That's what she said. I'm going to do one freestanding handstand and show you those shrugs facing towards you so that you can see, facing my back towards you so that you can actually see what's going on there. Okay. So here, I'm relaxed. Elevate, elevated, relaxed, elevated, shrugged. Relax. See that? So do that against the wall, about 10 reps. Okay, this third exercise on the wall, well, this is something you should spend the most time practicing when it comes to the wall. This exercise has helped several people that I know hold a handstand for the first time, getting off that wall and actually holding it there for a few seconds for the first time. So this is what it looks like. We're gonna kick in the wall as normal, but this other leg that's usually up, it's gonna slide it down as well. We're still gonna engage that posterior pelvic tilt. We don't wanna have our butt sticking out like this, but push and engage as normal. And we're gonna come onto our toes like this, tippy toes, and we're gonna start tucking our knees even deeper, 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 as much as you can. Until eventually, well, your feet are gonna come off the wall. And as you gradually slide your feet deeper and deeper, and you come off the wall slowly, that's when you want to really hold out hard. Push firmly on your palms, pushing down and kind of towards the wall, and clenching with the ends of your fingers really hard. Press and clench with the flat ends of your fingers, like you're clenching up like a basketball or something. It's a spider grip. All right, so both feet right here. I'm gonna slide. See that? It really helps. You have to push out like this and hold, you know, tight. You want to flex your arm muscles. Everything's tight right here. From your wrists, your forearms, your arms. It's like you're trying to flex and push and hold a weight out. It takes effort. So work on sliding. We're going to gradually slide down. See that? Boom. And if you just fall, that's okay. You're going to get better at it. Better. Did I say better at it? What happened to my R's? You're going to get better at it. Keep practicing it. Sometimes you might need to do like a gentle, tiny little push off. Take your feet off yourself. Just like that. All right, so practice that. You know, maybe try that 10 times. There's no magic number. Just work with it. Don't wear yourself out. You don't want to train handstands until failure. It's not like your other resistance training. It's a different approach. So practice that. Do that several times. It's awesome. One thing to keep in mind with this exercise is that you may need to kick off against the wall slightly further away from the wall than you're used to. Because if you're too close, you won't be able to tuck. You just end up arching your butt. And that's what we don't want. You gotta find that distance to where that tuck still keeps you in a solid line. And then it just comes off the wall. Oh, you thought we were done? No. Actually, we have one last section left, but it's only 2 exercises, and this is going to be focused on core strength. It's not necessary to do all of this in a row in this routine. You can split this up and do this at another part of the day. It's just convenient for me to kind of get this handstand training in one. So the first exercise is going to be the hollow body hold. This is very essential. Having a strong hollow body hold is going to help your handstand be a lot stronger because we're engaging that posterior pelvic tilt, and that's pretty much the whole concept. So instead of being relaxed like this, with your feet off the ground, okay, put it this way. If you're laying down with your feet on the ground and you can stick your hand on your back like this, then you're not engaging your posterior pelvic tilt. That's this movement right here. So you should obviously know by now. Anterior pelvic tilt, sticking your butt out. Posterior pelvic tilt. So, we're engaging that posterior pelvic tilt. We're going to hold our legs out. Our shoulders are up and off of the floor. And this is the ideal position. Granted, holding that is very difficult at first. It looks easy. We give it a shot. The goal is to hold it for 15 to 30 seconds. Rest for about maybe a minute, and we'll do 3 sets of that. So time yourself, aim for 15 seconds, aim for 30 seconds to really challenge yourself. To make it easier, shorten the lever. You can go like this, and gradually get your legs straight. Gradually get your hands over your head. So this is slightly easier. Hold this. You're gonna feel a burn right here. It's gonna be burning bad. Breathe and hold this tight. Again, just rest for about a minute. I'm not trying to rest for too long. I'm going to do 3 sets of those for at least 15 seconds. If you do this regularly, you're going to build a really strong core. That's going to be around your abs, your hips, your lower back, all around here. I already feel it burning just from that one set. All right, so rest. Let's do 2 more of those. Your lower back. Remember, your lower back is flat on the ground. It's solid, touching the ground. I'm really feeling the burn right here. Let's keep that burn going. Last but not least, we have these plank up downs. I'm sure you've seen them before. We're gonna do 15 reps. So check it, it looks like this. Really engage this core. Hold that posterior pelvic tilt as always. Don't be relaxed and sticking your butt out like this. That's not gonna do anything for you. Engage, hold, squeeze your abs really tight. Squeeze your glutes really tight. I'm not even counting. I don't even really count most of the time. And sometimes switch arms too, like this. Switch direction. Honestly, you can do that until you burn out. And then rest for about a minute, maybe 2 minutes max for this type of training, and then we're gonna do 3 more sets. So, and it's not a race. Don't worry about being really fast. Worry about feeling the burn around here and being engaged, especially during those turns, keeping your core engaged. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep lifting yourself. Can you take that for me? Thanks. Okay, moving on to the next section.